Hey guys, it's Kimberlee, and today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. And I achieved this look with the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette, which is part of her 2017 holiday collection. So if you haven't gotten it and you want to get your hands on it, then I would definitely suggest running out to get one at Sephora. And if you're more interested about this palette, I did a review on this palette and I will link it down below. But if you want to see how I got this look right here, then keep on watching. Alright, so to get started, I'm just going to go ahead and take my Morphe E47 brush and some loose powder and just press that along my eye as if I was going to give it like a cat eye effect. And this is just going to help it so that when I blend out my eyeshadows, it keeps it nice and clean there. So now going into the star of the show, I'm going to go into my Kat Von D palette with my Morphe M504 brush into the shade Amen, and I'm just going to lay that all over as my transition shade. The next thing I'm going to do is take that same brush and dip into the shade Exodus, which is a really pretty lime green type of a color, and I'm going to take that all over my crease and very, very high up, like almost all the way to my brow. And I'm just going to keep on going in and laying down a nice thick coat of this color. I want it to be kind of my backdrop of my eyes so that it will shine through all around the edges and just give it a really pretty different kind of a tone to it. And so there I'm going in on the other side, doing the same thing, just blending it all out in windshield wiper motions and little circles, making sure that I have it nice and even. Alright, and then right after that, I'm going to be going in with, again, the same brush into the shade Martyr, which is like a light brown kind of a shade. And I'm just going to be running this through the crease on the outer corner, inner corner, and all throughout the crease, just to kind of give it an in-between shade for what we're going to go in with next so everything blends nice and evenly. After that is blended out, I am going to go back into my Kat Von D palette and I'm going to get the shade Devil, which is that orangey kind of a color right next to Martyr. And that's just to bring some warmth back in. Same brush, keeping it nice and simple. And I'm going to lay that right on top of that Martyr shade, just making it a warmer brown. And going back and forth in windshield wiper motions and little circles, make sure that there are no harsh lines and we have a really pretty gradient between our orangey brown and our lime green shade. And I will be doing this on both eyes. Alright, and then after that, I'm going to be going into the shade Crucifix. And I am going to be now using my Morphe M513 brush. This I am starting to create more of a halo eye effect, so I'm concentrating this mainly on the outer corners and on the inner corners, connecting it ever so slightly in the crease, but really leaving the center of my lid nice and blank, so that we can put a lighter pop of color there to give that very round doe-eyed effect. So as you can see right here, I'm just carving out that shade right there into my eye. And I'm going to be doing the exact same thing on the other eye. Alright, and now I'm going into my Exodus color, that lime green that we were in before, back with my Morphe M504 brush, and I'm just blending back out with that color to make sure that everything stays nice and soft, no harsh lines, and that we really don't lose that color in all the shadows that we've been adding. And I will do this throughout the look just to make sure we keep it nice and bright. The next thing I'm going to be doing is going back in with a little bit of Devil and doing the same thing I did for the green, just making sure I intensify that warm so we really have a green to warm orangey brown, then to a deeper darker brown. A really pretty gradient. Just like that. Then I'm going to be going back into my palette, picking up the color Sabbath, the very black color that I have, and I'm getting that on a slightly smaller brush, my M441, and really just concentrating on the very outer corner and the very inner corner where I had put that crucifix shade, but really just deepening it up and adding a lot of dimension. The more shades that you layer on, it adds more and more dimension, and it really helps to give that round look. And I'm just blending out. Now I'm going to be going in with my Luxie brush. It's a 211 brush, and I am grabbing the shade Revelation, which is a brown shade with sparkle, some shimmer, like a satiny, sparkly shade. And I'm just laying that over top where I had been putting the crucifix and the Sabbath, so that my whole lid will have a shiny, sparkly tint to it, but I'm not taking away from the color. I'm keeping it a dark brown and leaving my lids blank. And like I said before, I'm going to keep on going back with my Morphe M504 brush in the shade Exodus to really make sure that the green stays nice. Now I'm going back with my Luxie 211 brush, but this time I'm picking up the shades Relic, which is that really pretty bright gold, yellow gold, and I'm just popping that onto the center of the lid for that halo effect. And I wanted it to be very nice and blingy, so I'm going in with my fingers to give it that extra pop. Then I'm going back with my Morphe M441 brush just to make sure that everything is nice and blended and there are no harsh lines. After that, I'm going to take my Morphe M432 brush, which is just a flat definer brush, with the shade Sabbath, that nice matte black that we were working with before, and I'm pressing it really tight to my lower lash line to give it kind of a lined effect. Once that is done, I'm going to be taking this little tiny pencil brush. It's a soft pencil brush. It says medium precision 812 brush. I don't know where it's from. And I'm just picking up that lime green Exodus color and blending that on my lower lash line as well so that it matches the top. After that, going in with my favorite L'Oreal Lash Voluminous Paradise Mascara, and bam, there you go. Now, I'm going to be doing my foundation, and I'm starting with my Mineral Infused Face Primer by e.l.f., rubbing that all over the face. For this look, I chose to do this after the eyes because these shadows are so pigmented. If there was any fallout, I didn't want to have to worry about ruining my foundation. Then I'm going in with my L'Oreal True Mesh in the shade W4 and my Real Techniques beauty sponge, dabbing that all over my face and just pouncing it on in to blend it all around. I've really been loving this foundation and this beauty sponge. I think that they're great options and super affordable at the drugstore. After I blended in my foundation, I'm going in with my Sephora powder brush and my Ofra oil control powder, and I'm just going to lightly dust that all over my face so that it is nice and set to last all day. And then after I set my face, I'm going in with my favorite Tarte Clay Play palette into the shade Terracotta with my Morphe R10 brush, and I'm going to just go ahead and contour, going into the hollows of the cheeks, bringing it up on my temples, all around my hairline, giving it that nice and carved out look. after I'm done contouring my face, I'm going to take my Tarte Flower Child palette and my favorite blush in the shade Trustworthy, which is just a nice light flush of color, and I'm just going to rosy up my cheeks a little bit using my Morphe M530 brush. And then after that, going into my Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette, and I'm using that center highlight shade right there. All of the shadows seem to have a name on there, but the center highlight color does not have a name, so just that one. And highlighting the high points of my cheeks, highlighting the tip of my nose, and of course my Cupid's bow. Then I'm going to take that same highlight shade, but on my Morphe M213 brush, which is just a teeny tiny detail brush, and I'm going to be highlighting my inner corners and my brow bone. I like to use the same highlight on my cheeks that I'm going to use on my eyes because I just like the way that it can pull together a look. Now for my brows, I'm just going to do that off camera with my Brow Wiz, and bam, done. Alright, for the lips, I decided to go with a more brown color. I'm taking my Nabi eyeliner pencil, which was a great deal on Amazon. You can get like 50 of their colors for so cheap. I love them, and now I have a shade for every color. They go on super creamy, and they're just amazing. What a great value. So I'm lining all my lips, filling them in completely to give a nice base for the lipstick that I'm going to go in with, which is from Ofra in the shade Americano. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lips. Sometimes dark eyes and dark lips are hard to pair together, but with this light center of our lids giving that halo effect, I think that it is perfect for fall to do a little bit of both. Neither of them too dark, but both of them nice and rich and warm. So here is my final look using the Kat Von D Saint & Sinner palette. Again, this is for holiday. It's their 2017 holiday collection, so run out and get it if you haven't gotten it already. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.